Hey, Cancer Moon, what's going on? How are you guys? Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate all of your time and your energy and just everything, you guys. Thank you so much. Cancer, I have been wanting to get these moon signs out for a while now, and I know I posted about it a few months ago or a couple of months ago. And I apologize that I hadn't been able to get it out, but nevertheless, we are here right now. And this will be your moon sign reading for anyone who is a Cancer moon or who has Cancer in their chart. This will be your reading for what I was going to say, the 15th of August through the 15th of September. Now, of course, we already know that the moon kind of rules a lot of our emotional sides, and also the moon kind of represents parts of yourself that you remain hidden, kind of like your shadow side. Also, at the same time, your moon is, or the moon is represented like with intuition as well, okay? So this reading may resonate to the way you are feeling about the way things are going on in your life at this moment, okay? So this will be for Cancer moon, but anyone who wants to watch it for Cancer. But if the messages don't resonate, then just leave it where it is, right? So let's take a look at the central energies here. What are the central energies that could give us an insight into the way Cancer moon is feeling for August 15th through September 15th of 2019? I'm feeling that there are some skeptics. Like, I feel like just what might be coming your way, and it's just being channeled right now. I feel like for some of you, maybe some news that you're getting right now, you might not know exactly how to feel about it. You might be quite skeptical to some things. It's just, there's just a lot being thrown at you. Quite literally. Let's go ahead and get this together. Oh, Spirit, please allow us to see what is it that Cancer might be feeling. What are the central energies around Cancer? The energies are very stubborn right now. All right. Cancer, I feel like y'all are mad about something. Yeah, you're mad about something. The card that comes out here is card number 3, Mercury, mind. Okay? So there's something that you're hearing, some messages that you're receiving. Someone is being a messenger, or maybe you're being a messenger of some news that you don't really want to bring. Or maybe you are feeling a certain type of way about having to be a messenger. But nevertheless, I do feel like where this is kind of very, very stubborn, very, very in your mind. As you saw, the energies were very, very stubborn with trying to let us know anything right now. And I just really feel like it's just a lot that is on your mind. A lot is spewing out, or a lot wants to spew out. But I feel like you even put a lot of mind concentration into keeping yourself controlled and composed. Let's take a look and see how you might be expressing this outwardly, how this might look on the outside to people. So the card we have is Spider Weave. It's interesting. This card actually revealed itself to me. So I feel like for some of you, Cancer, you might not even know that this is happening. You may be a little bit oblivious to what's actually going on, because I think the way that you're expressing yourself outwardly in the midst of how you feel is you may be coming off as, I want to say, spread too thin, okay? Or maybe it comes off as you being like a messenger of lies. But it's really not even that way. It's not even supposed to be that way, right? It's where, you know, or I don't know, you know what, Cancer, you actually, for some of you, may actually have said something that was not completely true. But when it was back and it was like kind of investigated as to where it came from, it's like the buck stops with you. And it's like, okay, you know, outwardly people feel like, yeah, I think outwardly people are feeling as though you are spreading some sort of web of deceit when you're really not. In fact, if anything, you're just being a messenger of what was told to you by what you may have felt was a pretty credible source. Now, what's going on inwardly? We see how this looks on the outside to other people, but how is this being experienced through you? Okay, so the two cards that we have to come out here is secretive and irresponsible. Listen, what I strongly feel here is this is a situation where, you know, there may have been some gossip that was going around. Now, Cancer, this could have been either, you know, about you, or it could have been, you know, about someone else. But moreover, I feel like there may have been some gossip about you guys that you felt as though was spread around about you, and it was lies. Okay, but it was in some way based off some sort of truth. Okay, maybe some sort of secret that you told to someone else, and they went around and embellished on it. Okay, like they went around and not only did they expose your secret, which was of course very irresponsible, but what they also did was they exaggerated on it, you know, or they left certain, or maybe they did quite the opposite, right? Like they left certain things out of the story to make people speculate the worst. Okay, that could have been what someone did to you. That could have been what you did to someone, and it may have been unknowingly. But otherwise, yeah, for some of you, there's some sort of message that has gotten out into the world. And it's a lot that you're going to have to, it's a lot that you're having to try to clean up. It's like, for some of you, it's like damage control in a way. Because someone was too irresponsible to keep their mouth closed, or too irresponsible to explain things the way things needed to be explained, as to not create, you know, illusion and people having to make up the rest of the story that allegedly happened. Wow, Cancer Moon, I definitely understand why you would be upset about this. I knew there was some sort of like upset feeling, some stubborn feeling. Yeah, and it's stubborn because it's like, you know, for some of you, it's like, it's almost where you kind of go into secretive mode, and it's like, you know what, they think I'm just some spreader of lies. Well, I'll never say anything again, you know. Or it's, I mean, maybe not that drastic, but just definitely that, but just not that drastic for some of you. I mean, for others, I can't tell you how it feels, but to me, it's feeling a little melodramatic. But, you know, I'm not judging. Let's pull some tarot. Spirit, what are the messages here for Cancer Moon? All right. Our first card here is the Six of Pentacles. So this might be a family situation I'm getting. This may be a family situation, or, you know, a situation like within your neighborhood. Okay, yeah, the Tower. So, yep. Something was exposed. Something came out. Something that just really shook the house down. Oh, goodness. Oh, and death. Okay. All right, listen. Cancer Moon. This is what I'm strongly feeling right now. What I am strongly feeling here right now is, for a lot of you, you were trying to clean up. I feel like you were trying to do the responsible thing. You were trying to come out of the shadows from something to say, listen, this is my truth in it. Okay. What I'm feeling though is once that occurred, it really changed everything. It really changed everything. Or really, honestly, things were going to change anyway. Things were going to be coming out and exposed because stuff wasn't adding up. Okay. So this is you taking control of the situation preemptively, in a way. I mean, the damage is done, but this is you at least taking control from that point to say, all right, well, this is how I'm choosing to move forward from it. I'm going to choose to be less secretive. I'm letting go of being secretive. I'm letting go of like gossipy, irresponsible talk and irresponsible chatter that does nothing but spread webs in the sea. I'm going to be done with that. And listen, I don't want to make you Cancer Moons to sound all, you know, like chatty Cathys that do nothing but, you know, gossip on the phone about what's going on Wisteria Lane or anything like that, you know. But I mean, to some degree though, this is where, you know, it may not all be negative, but maybe something that you said was not construed in the way that you intended it to be. And this is you clearing that up. This is you setting things straight. This is you getting the balance right. And then now saying, okay, I am going to move on and set myself free from that. Okay. And yeah, the card under the deck here is the Ace of Cups. So what the Ace of Cups under the deck is really letting me know here is that you've identified the need to be a lot more honest, or at least a lot more, how can I say this? You're finding a reason to be, you're finding a reason to allow yourself to really think about the things that you say and how they will, and how people will interpret them. You're moving on from like some sort of, you know, gossip type of, you know, or some sort of like, I don't know, tabloid type of thing. Like you're moving on from those type of messages. And in fact, I feel like there's either someone or something that has caught your fancy that just makes you see things so much more clear. And it was like, wow, like all of that was there. All of this was there that I didn't even know about. And now I do. And that shook your foundation. No, I can't live. I can't be ignorant anymore. I have to come out of the shadows. I have to be responsible. I have to do the right thing. I have to say the right things. Make sure that the things that I say add up. And also, you know, move on from the things, you know, not be afraid to move on from, you know, the things that have not worked out, because you're moving forward ultimately to the things that do work out. So let's take a look and see what additional advice we can get here for actually how to navigate through this, because, oh boy, Cancer Moon, if anything, listen, I hope that you guys aren't the ones out here spreading rumors and lies and nonsense, right? Like, I hope that's not you guys. But in the event that it is, this might be for you. But for majority of you, I believe that this is where you're trying to really come out of the shadows of some sort of like reputation that was built around you. Some sort of web of lies that was built up around you that maybe you just weren't at the time, you know, mature enough to really understand. But yeah, I think that there's like some sort of complete next level thing that you're getting ready to attract yourself to. And it's making it so much more easier to step out of all of this darkness, really, and into a really, really bright, loving situation. And maybe for some of you, Cancer Moon, that could be someone. That could be a secret admirer coming out. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. It could be a secret admirer coming out to step forward to really give you messages of love and, you know, gonna make you think about some things, man. All right, so let's see how we can navigate through this. Okay. All right, we have 3 cards. So the card that we have here is the King. Okay, the King. Authority and diplomacy. We also have water. Emotions are at their peak. And then the last card here is the hourglass. Time is of the essence. Yeah. Time is definitely... Okay, let's see how we can do this here. Here we go. So time definitely is of the essence. I do feel like this. In fact, I feel for some of you, time is like already kind of been overdue. And, you know, things have pretty much already been at their worst, or things are at their worst right now, maybe emotionally. But it's really the next steps. Are you moving forward? Okay. We're moving forward again into water. We have water here, water there. Okay. And honestly, Cancer Moon, I do honestly see you handling so much, all of this pressure that you're under. Yeah, I see you handling this in a very, very, very mature way. And I also even feel like that, in a way, is being misconstrued as, oh, well, Cancer Moon is just, you know, they just think they know it, and then they go and tell everything, right? And it's like they kind of feel like, oh, you're acting like this person who sits on this pedestal that throws the rock and then hides their hand, right? But it's like, I feel like you're trying to move away from that type of reputation here, okay? Emotions are at their peak for Cancer Moon. And then it's like, it's funny because it's like Cancer is a very emotional sign anyways. And then you would think that this Cancer Moon would be like double emotion. But honestly, I really feel like, yeah, there's a lot of emotion here, but I really feel like you haven't really tapped into it yet. Like you're headed towards it. You're about to graduate towards it. You just have to let go of a certain mistruth about yourself that you might still really believe. Okay? So Cancer Moon, let me know how that's working out for you guys in the comment box below. I hope everything resonated for you, or at least I hope you were able to follow it. What do I want to say here? Oh, I always get blank right at the end. If you'd like to book a personal reading, all the information about that will be in the description box below. Also, if you'd like to take part in the contest that I have going on August the 24th, check out the details to that in the description box below. Thank you guys so much again. Please subscribe, like, share. I really appreciate you guys. Cancer Moon, have yourself a great one. Bye.